No, there we go, baby. Yes, sir. Brand new one from Killer Cow. Okay.
If it's your birthday, make some noise.
Happy birthday. You turn me down, son. Happy birthday goes out to my sweetheart, my wife, my other half. Diane's birthday, Lady D. Yes, sir. This your boy DJ Rick. We back on the Hot Beat Congo tonight, and it's gonna be lit. Yes, sir. We in the building, baby.
You got a birthday, yeah. If it's your birthday, hey, tell me. Come on, yeah. Hey, somebody told me you got a birthday, yeah. Right. Somebody told me you got a birthday. Come on, yeah. Hey, somebody told me you got a birthday, yeah. Hey, Blue, I need a birthday beat, DJ. Come on. The Virgos know how to party. Capricorn stay mad at somebody. Libras be showing that love. Scorpios they stay in the club. Gemini's drink good at the bar. Everybody know who the Leos are. Aries say they want more. Pisces wanna work the score. Hey, who got a B-Day? Cancers, you got a B-Day. Yo, hey, who got a G-Day? Libras, you got a G-Day. Yeah, in the Aquarius here. Sagittarius here. It's all love in here. The whole club in here. They told ya. Hey, somebody told me you got a birthday. Yeah. Hey, Southside. Somebody told me you got a birthday. Yes, sir. Somebody told me you got a birthday. Yeah. If it's your birthday, please tell me. Boom. Tonya. Hey, somebody told me you got a birthday. Hey, Joe. Yes, sir. Somebody told me you got a birthday. Come on with it. Yeah. Hey, somebody told me you got a birthday. Yeah. I need a birthday beat. DJ, hold that beat. Hey, Blue. Bo Samson, y'all. My man Bo Samson now. Party with it, Bo.
Let's get it on the floor right now, you know. I said I'm gonna dance with ya. Couldn't let you walk past, but you on your glass. And baby, hop in my picture. Let's get it on the floor right now, you know.
Hey, don't you hate when they hop in your picture? Before you get home, you start dropping your picture. You stroll down like I know they got me. I know I took flicks with hard and boxing. I know fan for life and pick shoot and shot me. I took 3 pics with Lil Mike and Rodney. You think you fly now? Wait until the lights hit you. My man Bones about to hit you with the big picture.
Couldn't let you walk past, but you on your glass. And baby, hop in my picture. Let's get it on the floor right now, you know. I said I'm trying to dance with ya. Couldn't let you walk past, but you on your glass. And baby, hop in my picture. Let's get it on the floor right now, you know. Hey look, she looked me right dead in the face, said I got good taste. I'm vibing with your boy, you know that. And she gon' ride for daddy. Baby girl, get at him. Get him haters 8 down, hold that. My little mama see till she down for whatever. All we do is chase cheddar, get a lot of tats. And it be hard to leave her, cause every time I need her, I'm knowing that she gon' have a soldier back. And even on the ground, she fly. So me and her together, that's a swag off the meter. And she ain't never short stop a player, but had me on my A game, my A-Rod, Dirt Jeter. So baby girl, a keeper. A nice caramel frame with nice features. I still got a few things I can teach you. Trust in your boy, the girls hating, don't believe them. Couldn't let you walk past, but you on your glass. And baby, hop in my picture. Let's get it on the floor right now, you know. I said I'm trying to dance with ya. Couldn't let you walk past, but you on your glass. And baby, hop in my picture. Let's get it on the floor right now, you know. She said all I wanna do is post up and look good. All I wanna do is post up and look good. All I wanna do is post up and look good. All I wanna do is post up and look good. Hey, all I wanna do is post up and look good. All I wanna do is post up and look good. All I wanna
Say my main man Earl, what's going on? Southwest, what's up? Hey, I let my music go on tape.
Now, come on, y'all, cool out, let's chill out. Billie Jean, go and sing to him, babe.
Cause you're too street
something new for the ear hole, y'all.
And all these hoes laughing like so funny. Talking at the audience.
Try to keep it G over there, MLK.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yeah.
So the audience.
Everybody point like this. Let's make it dynamic. Let's make it dynamic.
Break down that fourth wall.
Welcome to the nation's capital, ladies and gentlemen. The DMV, the home of Go-Go, and the #1 show in the history of Go-Go. 10 years going strong on a consistent basis, man. You feel me? Huh? Who am I?
The subliminal criminal keeping them in the
Can you do it?
dependable.
Go ahead, try it. He almost said it.
Any dependable. Damn. See, when I try to do it, I can't do it.
And look at what? He's sober right now.
I can't get it, man.
Listen,
That's a hard puzzle.
I'm gonna do it
figure out.
slow for y'all, okay? I am the subliminal criminal, keeping it minimal, dependable, any direction, right? Light brown complexion, okay? What's the rest?
Stay hard with an erection. When I was at High Point, I never used protection.
Oh, so you freestyling now. I'm gonna take off on them now. I am a subliminal criminal, keeping it minimal, dependable, any direction, access, light brown complexion, direction, words of protection. It's the Heartbeat Congo. I clap it up, #1 show on Go-Go, man, consistently going strong for 10 years in a row.
Word.
That's right, I said it. They said it. Everybody else said it. So guess what? It is what it is, right?
It is, man.
8-10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, y'all coming strong. Never wrong, man. It's a Heartbeat Congo. I sitting here riding shotgun with the one and only, the Go-Go Report. The best blog in the history of Facebook. Give it up. Ernest Ailes in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Also, man, the return. That's right, my infamous DJ, Mr. Yes Sir, is back in the building once again, riding shotgun with me in the Heartbeat Congo. Put your hands together. DJ Rick is in the building, man. Mr. Yes Sir with his stinking ass. Happy birthday to my sister, though, man, your wife, man. I want to say happy birthday to you, baby girl. I love you. You say a few things about the wife, man. What does that mean to you, man? It's her birthday, man. Stop playing.
Dancing machine, man.
Oh, yeah, we already know that's you, the dancing machine.
Dancing machine, man.
Did you take her to Jared?
Huh?
Did you take her to Jared?
Man, don't even have to do that no more.
Hey, look, he getting that bag right now, E. He gigging like 8 nights a week.
Right now, L, it's like, it's 30-something years in, baby. I mean, we still playing hide and go get it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, y'all gotta keep,
Damn.
y'all gotta keep y'all romance sexy, man.
Y'all still playing hide and go get it?
If you gotta get on the ceiling fan, butterball nugget, do it.
Oh, hell no, man. Kunta Kinte ass
That's all.
up.
You gotta,
What
you
the
gotta
hell
keep
going
your-
on, man?
See,
I'm
women
gonna
like stuff like
run
that.
down the hallway
Yeah.
and then make a left.
That's right.
And I want you to be right here. And that's when it's gonna happen.
That's what it's gonna happen.
Oh, hell no, man.
Women like different things, man. That's why y'all seeing that the black man running over to the white women
Right.
because gotta keep.
Because they do crazy shit.
Gotta do crazy, yeah.
So you got me pulling hamstrings and shit. I
Well,
ain't
you better
mess with
pull
you,
some
man.
hamstrings there.
Hell no. And guess what, though, Rick? That's what Ernest said. Look who we got in the building with us right now, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Now, this man have made history. We look, it all jumped off here a year ago. What was it, a year ago?
Just about.
You know, everything jumps off at the Heartbeat Congo anyway. I ain't bragging. I'm telling the truth. This man did a documentary called Straight Cranking. When he came to me with the idea, I kind of like, oh, okay, Gene. But that first night here, we got like a little head start.
Yeah.
Because we had like 5-6 bands in here. Everybody got his information. From there, it took off to being probably the best documentary Go-Go has ever seen. You know, Mr. Eugene Thorpe is here, man. We made history at the Lincoln Theater that night. From there on, we had VHS in the building. We had MTV in the building that night. We sold the Lincoln Theater out that night. Of course, Ernest L. was late. But Eugene Thorpe is here, man. Put your hands together, man. He's here.
Yes.
Let's talk about this past weekend, man. What actually went down?
Okay. The Lakefront Film Festival was this past Friday.
Okay.
The viewing was at 5 p.m.
Okay.
on the campus of Howard Community College
Okay.
at 5 o'clock
PM.
p.m.
On what day?
on Friday.
On a Friday, 5 p.m.
Friday.
Everybody at work. Just getting off.
Or still at work.
Or still at work.
Okay.
Okay,
Now,
we can't do that.
Viewing times and all of these things. I'm learning a lot about these film festivals.
Yes.
I'm learning a lot about these film festivals.
Right.
Okay. So you can't control the viewing time. You can't say, okay, I want my joint to play at such and such a time.
Right.
Okay. They slot it based on where they can get in, where you sort of fit in. You know what I mean?
But let me say this about that. Something this historical and to such a magnitude where this was actually seen by a whole lot, actually the world, you know, and by a whole lot of important people that can contribute to the upliftment of our culture, which is called Go-Go. And that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. But this next thing coming up right now,
Right.
we all got to jump in head first.
Right.
Let them know about it.
Now this is the what's coming is August 17th.
Okay.
8 p.m.
Okay, say that again. August 17th,
August 17th.
8
Saturday night.
8 p.m.,
8 p.m. prime time slot.
8 to 10 p.m.
It is the closing event
Right.
of the DC Black Film Festival.
And we the closer.
We are closing the show.
Okay, so
It is in the main ballroom.
Okay.
Which is even bigger than the Lincoln Theater.
Wow.
Okay? It's bigger. Okay? Which means we need even more people.
Right.
To come than came last time.
Well, we got to blast this.
This is, again.
Have you reached out to the networks, the news networks, Channel 9, Channel 5? And
Yep. They will all, everybody's on standby. I want the people to know. Because here's the thing. We already know if we get 1,600 people in the Mayflower Hotel,
right,
the news gonna come.
Exactly.
I don't care what's happening. Y'all be playing marbles in here.
Right.
News gonna come if it's 1,600 of y'all in the Mayflower Hotel.
So say it again, man. Give me the date, give me the time, give me the place.
I want everybody to know. I wrote this down because I want to make sure that I got it exactly right. August 17th, 8 p.m., the Mayflower Hotel on Connecticut Avenue. It is the closing event of the DC Black Film Festival. You got to get the tickets, I think, at dcbff.org.
How much are the tickets?
I think they're $12, but don't quote me.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But that's it. This is, as far as I know, this will be the last big showing in town.
Okay. And everything else is going out of town.
Everything else after that, next week we go back. We
want to give this guy a round of applause, man. He's doing a whole lot for the culture. That's what it is, man. 10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, man. It's a Hobby Con guy riding shotgun once again with my man Ernest L. The Go-Go Report. He's in the building. DJ Rick is once again in the building. And Eugene Thorpe is once again. Give it up to Eugene Thorpe. This man has done a whole lot right now for the culture. So what we're going to do, man, we're going to get ready for, this is a group, man. I heard the single, right? And my nephew Willie, you know, he sent it to me, the single. And this thing right here, that Rockin' Robin jump with Michael Jackson, you know, that's my idol anyway, you know, Jackson 5. The way they put that bounce to that Rockin' Robin jump joint, that thing right there, Slim, that thing gonna go. And when I mean go, not locally, that has worldwide potential. Okay? Because the whole world knows that song, but the way they syncopated that thing, and you as a producer, I want you to stick around for a minute. Please don't leave. All right? It's the Hobby Con guy, 8-10 p.m. We number one, man. That's how we do consistently. 10 years in a row, man. We the blueprint. Stop playing with us, man. Kiss our stinging ass. Let's go, DJ Rick, man. Like old times, man.
What's up, DMV? We gonna celebrate all the plans. Washington, D.C. Before we get started, man, I want to take my hat off to the one that passed away, that made the way. We love you, Chuck Brown. We miss you, Lil Benny. We ain't forgot about you, Foots. We miss you, Heavy One. DC, we ain't forgot about you, baby. Ready to ball. We love you too. Fuck away. Let's celebrate. Southeast, Southwest, Northeast, Northwest. We at MLK, 51st Street, where you at? Man, I got to tell y'all, man, we got some all-stars in this town. If you don't know, now you know. Let's do it again, man.
for money making, my ladies, throw your hands in the air. I got Patron in my cup, and I don't give a fuck about it if it's in the club right here. Here we go. Wanna see me drop it, drop it, drop it. When I pop it, pop it, pop it. Move that ass on the floor. Yeah, you see it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Boy, you like it, like it, like it. When I drop it down low. Yeah, boy, you like that. Oh, I can see it like that. Oh, yeah, boy, you like when my booty go boom, 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 boom. Hey,
Drop, 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 and turn that.
yes, it was.
You're the closest how to let go. It's so fast, face. Yeah, what's up, Jackson? Hey, hey, hey. And when you're out there, we're out there, yeah, I'm behind the curve. But it's what we because I didn't know we know. Yeah, yeah, I just need to be first. Hey, hey, we are sleeping for subtle. I did that. We say a lot. Hey, hey, I did that. I think I'm crazy. What's up, Kevin? Hey, just like me. If I need a heart to lay down my I wanna be who do you? Hey, who do you think? We gonna say what? Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. You really think I'm in control? Hey, well let's sing it. Hey, I think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. I think I'm crazy. Just like me. And I hope that you will have in the time of your life. Hey, stay quiet. Hey, that's a good advice. Hey, hey, real good to do. Well, hold it right there. Hey, ever since I was little, it's just fun. Yeah, there's no coincidence that it's outcome. Yeah, hey, and I can doubt it's outcome. Well, let's start. We'll sing it loud. I think
Welcome, DMV. Welcome, Nation's Capital. Welcome to the whole world, man. First of all, let me send a shout out to my main man just hit me. Charlamagne the God is watching. Give him a round of applause, man. He watches each and every week. Breakfast Club. We got a lot of people that watch this show from all around the world. 8 to 10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, man. The #1 show on Go consistently hot for 10 years strong. Y'all know who I am. Let's try it again.
The subliminal criminal, keeping it minimal, any dependable, light brown skin protection.
Oh my God.
I put my own words
Hey,
in
look
there.
here, man. Let me do it. Let me do it again, man. You want to try, Rick? How about you, Gene? Here we go, man. I'm the subliminal criminal, keep it in the middle, dependable in the direction, rich like this, like brown complexion, but with the protection. It's the #1 show on Go consistently for 10 years. Give it up in the Harvey Congo eye, man. Right, shut up! You're my one and only co-host, man. You know who it is, man. It's the world famous Go Report. Ernest L's in the bill, giving a round of applause, please. Waiting on Lonnie Love to get here, but ladies and gentlemen, look, it comes to situations like this in Go. As you guys know, each and every week we have an explosion. We have an explosion going on here. You might see anybody up in here, people walking in. You know, you never know who might stop through this jump. You might get a surprise visit from Sugar Bear tonight, from what I heard. I don't know, but somebody, little birdie talked. Little birdie told me something. And speaking of birdies, man, this group right here is not really new on the scene because they have a lot of legendary musicians in this unit right here. I heard a single the other day. My nephew, to the right of me and the left of you guys, who's a legendary drummer, within his own self, let me hear a single called Rockin' Robin. Okay, now, a lot of people send me music, and I hear it, and if you're listening right now and looking at me, please don't take this in a disrespectful way. A lot of times I hear some things, I be like, all right, cool. But when you hear a single that grabs you by your shoulders, and then you listen over and over and over and over and over and over again, I know you got a banger right there. I call it a porn star. I classify demos or music and material that I get, as different names and characteristics. I call y'all single that you sent me a porn star because it's a banger. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome for the first time to the Heartbeat Congo, man. The whole world, Germany, Japan, London, England, all my supporters, everybody listening all around the world, man. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. A round of applause is in the building right now. I'm going to first and foremost start off with the nephew Will, man. Fantastic. I've seen a lot of drummers, but hey, Slim, I played with the best of them. From Neil Peart to Ricky Wellman, man, I played with the best of them, Granite Family. I must say to you first and foremost before we get into this interview, let me commend you on all your hard work and dedication on your craft, because right now, to me, you I could say that best, but you are one of the best go-go drummers that I have seen. So I'm gonna give it up to you, man, because what you do, man. And let's kick it off, man. Let's have some fun, man. What's going on, man? What's happening, man? I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. You know how I do. I know no other way, man. You put on a joint yesterday. I left Vibe Band and everybody commenting like, "What's going on? Hallelujah, praise God, thank you, Jesus," and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell the world and DM, everybody watching right now, man. Let everybody just break it down, man. Forget a Facebook post. Now let back. What's going on, man? Because Derek was up here like 3 weeks ago, man. Break it down, man. Break it down. Break it down. I know it's still all love, though.
We know I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh yeah, keep it 1 billion, baby. We hit. You on the Congo ride right now, baby. You know how we do up here.
Absolutely. So I quit Vibe yesterday.
Okay.
Permanently.
Okay.
They are not.
So no more pop-ups or nothing like that.
No more pop-ups. They're not allowed to call me to fill in. They're not allowed to call me to play with them. Derek can be a good dude at times.
Okay.
At times. But he also gonna be very arrogant at times as well.
Wow.
You're only just as good as your band.
Gotcha.
You got to look after your flock.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you're the leader of your band, and throughout the time that I've been there, Derek has never really valued my work ethics.
Let me ask you, why do you feel that way?
Because normally we don't even hold conversations. When me and Derek talk, he has to talk to a third party. That's number one. Yeah, it's true. So we've never really had, chances to talk as men. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I don't know what it really is. I think it's because, like my brother Nate always says, you can't contain a lion. And because that I know what God has instilled in me, I know He's birthed in me, and nobody can contain that.
Okay.
And so, in order for me to move in my direction, in order to move in God to deal with me, in my situation, I had to leave what was a cancer to me. And me leaving Vibe was the best thing I ever done in my life. At that very moment when I left Vibe, there was a certain urge of burdens that was lifted off my shoulders. You got to imagine, man, I was with Vibe for 5 years. I left for 3 years and went on the road with El DeBarge.
Right.
Came back, a little bit more mature, learned the business, learned the industry. Came back ready to work, and we was on a good page at first, and then just all of a sudden, man, it just got back to it. I don't know if he's jealous or I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his pride. I don't know if it's just him. But with me and his, our personal relationship, we've never really got along. We've been mutual because we have to work with each other. I'm that type of cat. So I got to be mutual to the fact, this is your brand, your band, your brand. And Derek has a preference. And to be honest, his preference is quick on drums. As the MD of Vibe say, my good brother Chris, I love you, Chris. Like he always said, I'm too much for Vibe. Mm-hmm. Vibe can't control me at the end of the day because why? Because like I said, it's something that God instilled in me. The Bible says that you let your light shine.
Come on, somebody.
And that's what I do.
Right.
Each one of these guys in here can tell you that wherever I go, including my sister, wherever I go, I always try to make sure that God light shine. And because of that, the light does outweigh the darkness, but you got to realize that you got people who's just haters. And you have your haters, you have people who just, don't want to acknowledge for what the good deed that God has done in your life. Some people, that's just how they are. And for me, I just had to get away from it. And it has been the best moments of my life. Even though it's been yesterday, I've had the best time of my life. And now I'm going to focus my energy on this right here that I've birthed. Same thing that goes for CPU, how you put all that time. Same thing you go for Go-Go Report, you put that time into it. It's like with Day with his singing, he puts time into it. Kevin with his roll time, Blackface sound, bass. I got my sister does administration. I got Eugene plays keys. Everybody put this time into something. And I believe when you put time into something, it don't have no choice but to harvest. And so that's what I'm going to do right here, right now. I've been started, but everything started to hit the fan. It's unbelievable how many calls and responses I got off, me quitting Vibe.
Right.
I've got some crazy calls like you couldn't even imagine. Well, you can imagine because you've been there. It's just that it's overwhelming, and I'm in a good state. I'm in a good state. I'll have no calls with Dirk. I'm good with Dirk. There's no issue between me and you, Dirk. We're good. It's just my time to move on. I got to do what God called me to do. God called me to be, and I got to go be it. And that's what
I got to clap it up for that. Wow, man. And the thing about it is, a lot of people look at this interview in a derogatory way because that's how the trolls are. That's how the naysayers are. That's how the negative people are. But the way you just came off right there, that's why I just shut up and let you roll. I got to clap it up for you on that one, man, because one thing you did about that particular situation, you didn't, you just expressed how you're feeling. But the thing, first and foremost, you involved our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
And I can tell he's very indebted to your soul. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because in this go-go game, number one, first and foremost, can't nobody be arrogant. Nobody can be arrogant, man. Because, if I'm not arrogant, man.
Can't nobody be arrogant.
If I'm not arrogant, Slim, come on, man. But yeah, kudos to you, baby. Let's talk about a round of applause, man. I'm looking around the room right now. I see a lot of superstars up in this jump, man. In my mind, you understand me? I'm looking to the left of me right now, and the right of y'all looking on this television screen right now. I see my man Day Day.
With no beard.
With no beard.
No beard.
Looking like he was the pump vendors again back in the day. At the Capitol Center. At the Capitol Center.
Pete, I had to look at him twice, Pete.
At the Capitol Center, man. Look.
I had to make sure it was Day Day.
No,
before I said something.
Let me say a few things, bro. Let me say a few things about my brother right here, man. About Day, man. One thing about him, man, we don't see each other that often, but let me say this to you, bro, for real. And this real talk, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. One thing about you I can say, man, when you say relevant for the amount of years that you have stayed relevant, as far as lead talking to, as far as being one of the best singers we have ever seen, and just staying relevant and humble at the same time. I must commend you for that, bro. And let me say something to you, man. Whether you know it or not, man, you are a legend in this game.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
A lot of people don't know this man that went from R.E., Subtle Thoughts, Let It Flow.
Trouble. That's when I became a fan.
He was trouble now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And now, when I seen the round of applause, right? When I heard the round of applause thing, I heard the song, right? I fell in love with the song. But then when you put the video out, right? When I seen this cat in the video, I said, oh, they can't lose, man. Because once you got a stable veteran in your camp, man, that knows, it's like football, basketball, whatever. Once you got that veteran that knows what the hell they doing and how to conduct things, being that lead man, you ain't gonna never lose, man. You know, combined with the chemistry of a young line right here, that combination right there.
And let me say something real quick. First of all, Hobby man, I really appreciate that comment. You know what I'm saying?
No problem, brother. You deserve all that and more.
I'm real humble in all this, and you know, this is like 35 plus years that I've been doing this.
Yes, you have.
My first band I got into was the Pump Blenders. That was back in 1982.
Wow.
And you know, I was 11 going on 12 back then, and helping Googie lift sound to the Black Hole, you know what I'm saying, places like that, just to get into the go-go, you know what I'm saying. So RE being my favorite band. I remember, I'm just fast forward to everybody know I've been to jail and stuff like that, so that ain't no secret or whatever the case may be. So fast forward me coming home my last time, I saw this young dude playing drums for Vibe, and the first thing I said to him, you know, I said something to Derek, and shout out to my man Derek with Vibe, you know what I'm saying. First thing I said to him is, I said, bro, where did you find Youngin from?
Right.
You know, like, I've never seen somebody emulate the old part of go-go and still be able to be relevant with the new part of whatever's transcending right now.
Okay.
And that's what has gravitated me towards not just being in cahoots with this dude, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been in a lot of different situations together, whatever the case may be. But I've always told him he's the best drummer in go-go. I've told him that, you know, since Fuss died, since we, you know, our Leslies and our Sugarfoots and, you know, and all these people that we talk about over the years or whatever the case may be, Jam and Jeffs and Stomps and all this, you know, this cat right here is special, man, and he young.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's all I really wanted to say, man. Kudos, man, to you and everything you're doing for Go-Go, the promotion and everything like that. This situation right here I like to call it a small thing, but a big thing. You know, because, you know, and it's funny, shout out to the Red Zone Blitz, because that's where we kind of birthed this concept.
One of my favorite spots.
And it's so funny because, you know, I think we can take kudos for building that spot, you know, from nothing to something, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not the shout out to Bruce, man, got hellified crab fries, Joe Theismann pizza and all that.
Man, hey, look, I've been here on many Saturday nights with my brother.
That type of shit. But I'm just saying, from that spot birthing a whole little movement with different bands now playing on a weekly basis, mind you, for free. You know what I'm saying?
For free.
You know, so for free. You know, so a round of applause is, and we do karaoke live on Thursdays and
my day off. I gotta come through and sing a few things, man.
If you ain't never heard round of applause before, you need to really come check it out, because it's really something serious. You know what I'm saying? It's really something serious.
Man, let me say
shout out to
something,
Willie
man.
Howell, man.
Shout out to you. Likewise, man. No big.
Finally got Daddy on the call.
Yeah, man. Finally, I thought.
We got like 3 people ain't been on here, and he one of them. Good to see you, little bro, man.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate you. Love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
For real, man. You're a legend.
Don't mute DC, man.
Don't mute DC.
Don't mute DC, man.
Give it up to Day, man.
Day.
Now, let's go around the building, Will. Talk about your band. Introduce your band, man. Let everybody know what's going on.
Okay, so to my right, we have Nate here.
All right.
Man, you seen him before. Like, if you see him, you see me. You see me, you see him. That's my bruh. Okay. And he's the owner of Round of Applause.
Okay.
Anything you want to say, Nate?
No, I'm just glad to be here. I appreciate the opportunity given to us to be here, you know, display the band. So shout out to y'all.
My man. Appreciate you, Nate. And Nate knocked your ass out, too.
Oh, no. Let me tell y'all that now. He ain't having it. No, he ain't.
What chain? We call him what chain?
That's a nickname.
What chain?
Phone like a beep in his hand and shit. Strong ass nigga. Knock your ass out. Slap you for nothing. With your wife and shit. Honey, I'm sorry, honey. Who my man right here?
Next we have his name is Blackface.
Okay. Black, I heard that name.
Oh yeah, absolutely from Elevation. He used to be
Hey, what's up, nephew? Oh, quiet and shit.
Still looking like he's 12 years old. So this is our sound engineer who's responsible for Rockin' Robin sound. You know, engineers are very, very important.
Very important, Slim. You're
Very
engineer slamming, you slamming.
One of the best, man.
Yeah, he's one of the best, and he kept secret, man. Like for real. Like
Okay.
Underrated.
Okay. Okay.
That's our sound engineer. So give it up for Blackface. Give it up for Blackface.
Blackface.
Next we have B.O.
I know that.
Oh, you already know who he is.
Belly Sand.
Well, let everybody else know who he is, man.
So B.O. is the percussionist. Round of applause. I've had the pleasure of knowing this guy for 17 years plus.
Okay. God is
He's
good.
been in all the bands that I've been in. CCB. He was the one that the hits that played
I
on all the hits.
I know he is. I know he is.
Appreciate that
Yes,
coming
sir.
from you though, man.
Come on, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
seriously, you know I gotta say it. I'm the one that gotta give you the most respect in the room, and you know.
Appreciate that, brother.
You know, I can't.
nephew.
I can't let that.
Me and
go
Bobby
without being
be
said.
talking about him. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Next we have my sister Stephanie. She's in charge of my.
Hey, baby girl. Nothing like family. Nothing like. That's right.
She keeps me in line. She keeps the band in line. Next we have Eugene.
Oh, there you go. First one here.
He's go-to.
Yes, sir.
So this guy is responsible for keys, our marketing stuff, you know, like far as our graphics and things like that.
Okay.
He just recently created us an IG page and a YouTube channel.
You're on Instagram now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just joined myself.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks.
it's
So
not,
I
you know,
appreciate it. So this
pressure.
guy, when you see all the stuff, the pictures and the marketing, that's Eugene. And when you hear them keys, that's Eugene. Yeah.
You got a good team.
No, absolutely.
Shout out to our cameraman too, man.
Yeah.
B2.
B2?
Right.
Shout out to Chris
wow,
Davis,
boy,
solid
yeah.
partner.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
to Chris Davis, solid partner.
Chris Davis plays
Chris
with us
Davis,
also.
solid partner, y'all.
Yeah?
From Vibe.
Solid partner.
Wow.
Solid partner.
What's up, nephew? Chris Day? I mean, he probably watching too.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So let everybody know what they got to look forward to with this situation, man. And the thing about it, what's so ironic, you got Daryl Brooks out there right now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That guy out there, this story, come on. That guy is, it's nothing really you can say about him. Go live. That's his baby.
That's crazy.
All the big events
That's
you see.
him?
When Stevie Wonder came and did the Martin Luther King joint? That's him, man. Remember when Prince came to the Capitol Center, sold out like 2 nights in a row? That's him, man. Jackson 5, that's him, man.
The man.
Yeah, that's real.
Probably the biggest promoter in America. The Spirit Festival, that's him. Wow. That's his shit.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's his weekend too.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so, and I have the honor and privilege, you know, he done adopted. That's my own. So, and the Spirit Festival's coming up, so he's gonna come in here and talk about it.
Wow.
So that being said, a lot of y'all know me, a lot of y'all don't. I know you probably don't know who I am.
That's Mr. Yes Sir, man.
Mr. Yes Sir himself. And
clap it up.
I can make these talk just like y'all doing the go.
When y'all see us on Channel 5, Channel 9, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I am the
He
engineer.
He the only one I seen take over a damn television station and kick everybody off there, whatever, and just start mixing. When y'all see CPU on Channel 9, all that, that's him mixing.
I'm the one mixing. Day, I want to say this, though, because you remember when I did the black and white up at the Moose Lodge?
I do remember.
You remember when I did that?
I remember.
And
That's a long time ago.
I hired them to do my event with me. From that day to this day, people saying, when are you going to do it again? Because of the chemistry y'all had with Let It Flow, man. I mean, it was crazy. Y'all put it down, man, and they fell in love with you, man.
I think what you still need to understand is Nate and Willie were part of that equation at that time too.
Yeah, and
we were just talking about this in the truck earlier today about losing your sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Willie. No, hold on. Matter of fact, let me say something. I mean, I ain't to my own horn. I happen to be part of a lot of different sounds that have come part of the city. Willie is responsible for a lot of the great sounds that you're listening to right now, or that you were listening to, you know, that you didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know, people. It's like the NBA, man. People put these basketball teams together, never knowing how they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? This right here is like a championship team. You know what I'm saying? That's been lent their sound to different little entities. So I appreciate that compliment. You know what I'm saying? But don't give me.
Well, I'm gonna get you. But we going there. Real, my thing is man, when you get that collaboration and that chemistry, and then when you come full circle, y'all been in full circle now.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So now, look at my younger, me and him met. When did we met?
About 2 years ago,
yeah.
A couple while ago. Yeah.
Doing sound and playing drums and keys and all that.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, to see all this, and you know, I know
you already
me and him know each other like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And it's just to see y'all come full circle and now doing y'all own thing, man. Man, big ups to y'all.
Hold on, how about a round of applause?
Yeah.
Hey, pretty much.
On that note, Mr. Yes Sir, you gonna throw it to the world right now, man?
Yes. So now you're about to listen to Rockin' Robin. Okay. So listen. Everything you hear, all I did was took a sample and I created my own type of way. I pitched it to my team. My team put their own little juice on it. So let me just say this too. So every Tuesday we're dropping a new tune. Every Tuesday. So tonight, for free, you can witness how we come up with our songs at Red Zone Blitz at 11 o'clock tonight. If you're not doing anything, come on out, get yourself a drink. You can
Tonight?
Tonight. And we're going to record another song. I got another banger. Just like that song. Tonight. So with that being said, you can roll the cue, man. Check this out. Y'all let me know if y'all like it.
I love this, man. What's his name? Dance like that. Got grandmas and shit like that. My man. Nigga, world premiere. You hear me? Yeah. I'm Rick.
World premiere.
Round of applause, man. Let's go to the shout outs, man. Go ahead, Will.
I want to say shout out first of all to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is the head of my protection and my life.
Come on, somebody.
And shout out to my family, to my kids. I love y'all. To everybody who supports me and what I do. I love each one of y'all. Y'all already know how I feel about y'all.
Come on, man.
Much love for you, man. Much love for you also. I know you always support us, man.
Shout out to Ernest L, man.
Thanks, man. You already know, man.
That's what's up, man. Big Will. Yeah. Anybody else? Come on, Daddy.
Man, shout out, man, just to the whole Go-Go community, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's ever stopped by the Red Zone Blitz. Man, to lend their talent, to lend their head, man. Shout out to Big G. Big G been through there, man. Shout out to Derek Holmes, man. Scooby, Kim. I mean, everybody, man. Yeah. Look, man, shout out to everybody, man, the Go community, man. We love y'all, man. Once again, man, do not mute DC, man. Do not mute DC, man. I'm born and raised in DC. I might be African, but I was born and raised in DC, man.
No, we all African, so shit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm just saying. I got a direct connect.
You don't have a visa.
I'm the brunt of every African and black.
It's one day in Go-Go, okay?
It's one. It's only one day.
Only one.
It's only one day. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody else? Come on, somebody.
Yeah, so I shout out our man Cy Ruckers, who's not here. He's also our business partner. as
Michael
well
Jack.
that couldn't be here. Also, shout out to our music school, Lum Drum School. So
That's
we
right,
not
man.
only create
Lum
music,
Drum School.
we also teach
You gotta come up here and do that.
kids
Let's
everything.
talk about that.
So,
Yes, sir.
Take CPU over
for
there.
anybody who drum lessons as well as
Congo
music,
lessons. We
yeah,
gonna
do it all.
let's get involved.
Yeah, it's just shout out just to our city, just trying to do something positive, man. We just young black men trying to do the right
man.
thing, so that's all we trying to keep it moving and
Appreciate
that
that.
whole positive movement, though.
Appreciate that, baby. Shout out to me, nephew.
Hey man, shout out to you first of all.
right.
I gotta say that again, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thanks, man.
percussion to percussion, man. You know, I can't come on.
I already know.
That's what it is,
Still
man.
be smacked too.
Hey, I already know, man. You know about. Hey, what's up, Brick?
That's my baby brother, so he
What's
up, bro?
come check on me every week. So.
Hey, man. But nah, I just want to give a special thanks to God, man. My mom. I lost my mom last year, so a lot
Okay,
of
man.
stuff changed for me after that. You know,
Bro,
got a
same
lot-
with us, me and him. We lost our baby, man. So
Yeah, so blessings to you, man.
yeah, man. I know what you're going through.
Yeah, man. But one thing it did though for me, though, it changed me. It made me hungry for my passion.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really gotta give a lot of thanks to my mother. You know what I'm saying? She is my passion.
And let it. Hey, look. I'm gonna tell you something, man. One thing about me, man, with moms and probably Rick too. And I can see you getting emotional right there.
Yeah, but I'm good.
One thing about it, man, you know, I break down all the time. They call me a crybaby.
Oh, they know.
I don't care.
They know.
I don't care. When it comes to my mama, dog.
That's boo-hoo.
When it comes to my mama, dog, I be at work, man. You know. Yeah. What the hell wrong? Yeah, I'm thinking about mom. But you know, we always know something. You got to ram in the bush up there.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
That's it. But on a lighter note, you know, I would like to say, you know, thanks to you, Willie. You know what I'm saying? I got to tell you that in front of everybody, bro. Like, for real. Because you know we've been through, dog. Like, real life. Like, that 17 years is real.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
I ain't going to get into all the stories.
Yeah, I didn't knock people out.
All knocking on niggas' window, 2, 3.
What I want to do too, what I want to do too, man. What I want to do too, you know, because we got the icon out there. What I want to do too, I want to bring you guys back and do a whole 2-hour special and drop all your releases.
Okay.
Let's just have a round of applause hour.
Hey,
When
man.
I become
Appreciate it.
and whenever y'all ready to do it, just let me know. Y'all got that.
You know I act fast. I'll be ready in
Yes,
3
you do.
weeks.
I already
We'll
know.
be ready in 3 weeks.
Hey, let's have it,
As soon
man.
as we get finished.
Let's have Black. What you got to say, man? Say something, man.
First
Say
of all,
something.
man, I gotta give all the glory to the Most High, man. You know, without him, none of this would be possible. So, shout out to him, glory, and everything, and shout out to all the sound men. You know, without all y'all humbling me, you know, I wouldn't be what I
You gotta
am.
come up here when we do this. Did you see the show when I had all the sound men up here?
Yeah, man, I caught that, man. You know,
everybody in this joint. But
you know,
you
I'm gonna
wasn't
see.
here. But we
one
gonna do it
thing
again
about
though.
Me, everybody don't know what I do for us. I
But
stay
we get ready,
low-key,
we get ready to
so,
do
you
it
know.
again,
Yeah.
and you will be here
That,
because I got something special planned for y'all.
okay.
Real special.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And Rio's involved. So.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
man, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
give a thanks to Rio too. Since you said that,
Yeah,
because
man.
Rio, man,
That's
like
that's
like,
my part.
yeah,
That's the one that put me with Chuck
like,
Brown.
Yeah, man, Rio taught me a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he watching now or not, but
Rio recorded the Pump Blenders when I was still
Yes,
singing
he did.
Pump Blenders.
Man,
Thank you,
Rio,
man.
man. Yeah.
Okay, y'all, real quick. Shouts out, baby. Got the Barker mic. Bryce is right. Amar Goodson, Bill Toddman production.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Come on, somebody. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear.
I'm a church keyboard player. Nobody know me. I'm new to the go-go scene. So, you know.
But one thing about hold on, let me say, what my brother?
Let him know,
What my brother?
Let him know.
Hey, Rick. One thing about Sweatband right now, that back line is a quartet back line.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And a quartet drummer.
You know them all.
Sweatband right now. Name who your quartet? Just name
I
everybody.
already know.
Yeah, we know. They family.
That's right. We all family.
And that's what we quartet babies. Name my brother.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's what it is, man. Hobby Congo, 8-10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, man. Give it up. Round of applause in the building. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, after the 5-minute crank break from Dr. Kringelstein, guess what we got coming up in here, man?
Who we got?
The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. If it wasn't for him, man, a lot of this shit happening right now, and stories we hear about, would not even be going on. From C&D Enterprises, the one and only, the iconic, the legendary the man, the myth, the legend, Daryl Brooks is coming into the Harvey Congo. DJ Rick, give me something I can dance to with your stinking ass.
DOC Dark Faces, you know.
This is another original. Faces you know, y'all. We doing all originals tonight. You know what time it is.
We need y'all to party with us on this tune right here. Come on down. So when you party with us, we gon' party with y'all. This gon' be a family affair, you feel me? Baseline.
Come on, Doc. Hey.
Baseline.
Come on, Doc.
My baseline. If you feeling real good,
wait a minute.
Put your hands up and let me hear you say, hey.
How we do it is with it. Make it say, can't see, make it say. Place you know, make it say. You look so good, girl, make it say. Northside, make it say. Southside, so far, make it say. Eastside, Westside, yeah, but make it say. Yeah, Chicago! Hey, Tampa Bay! Hey, Miami! Hey, it won't be a shame that I'm down with the freaking things you do to me, and I'll do to you. Yeah. And it makes me feel so good. Girl, I know the spots that'll make you hot. Baby, ready or not, you know. Girl, I know the place. Tell me that you're on your way. Tell me that you're on your way. Baby, don't be too late. Gotta think you will take today. I need you tonight. Tell me that you wanna stay. Tell me I got a game that we can play.
What's the matter with your life? Is poverty bringing you down? Is the mailman turning you around? Or did you put $2 billion check in somebody else's mouth? Tell me, well, what's the matter with your world? Was you the boy when you wanted a girl? Don't you know straight hair ain't got no curls? But life ain't every mountain unless it's got that pop. Every pop, life, everybody needs that thrill. Pop, life, we all got space to fill. Pop, life, everybody wants to be on top. But life ain't every mountain unless it's got that vibe. Tell me, well, what's that underneath your hair? Is anybody in there?
I'm getting ready, y'all. Get me. Hey, well, let's do that dance. Now it needs to rock. Do it. Hey, get us to rock.
10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, man. I ain't even gonna say subliminal criminal, keep in the middle, be dependable in the direction like section, like brown complexion, direction, word of protection. You know what it is, man. Number one show in the history of Go-Go, 10 years consistently going strong, man. Now, one thing we do with you guys, we always bring you treats. We bring you treats. This particular situation right now that we have going on, it doesn't happen all the time. I'm sitting here right now with how can I word this? Icon trendsetter, legend, go-getter, the blueprint. He has done things that will never be done again. A very important part of our DMV culture. He's continued to make us proud. This Saturday, August the 3rd, okay, one of the biggest events that happens each and every year in the DMV. 3 days strong?
This will be 14th year.
14th year?
Yep.
Okay. But it's a 3-day event, right?
1 day event.
Oh, this time is a 1 day event?
1 day.
We're not going?
You don't have to do but 1 day.
Wow.
Just come bring your family 1 day.
Wow, 1 day event. All this is going on one? Wow.
1 day.
Okay. See, I was into that, automated role, like thinking about a 3-day thing going on.
It could be a vision, but not now.
Okay.
We're in the times where one.
Well, y'all hear the Icon talking. One of my most highest rated shows when we gave this man the Hall of Fame award, man.
And I really appreciate it. My whole crew appreciated that. That was a very good feeling, and to know that your peers, people that you grew up with, people that you grew around, appreciate what you've done. And we've been half around the planet and back. But guess what? You the one that said, hey, and gave us something that. If you walk in Carol's house, that's the first thing you see when you walk up her steps.
Wow.
It was a good thing.
And
you blessed some people that day.
It was our pleasure, for real, and you guys deserve that and more. Because a lot of times, man, a lot of these youngers out here, they need to know their history, number one, first and foremost, right?
True.
Number two, the way me and my brother and our sister were raised, we were raised to appreciate the opportunities that have come before you. All right? And what you've done in the game as far as entertainment, and I can truly say it wasn't for you, wouldn't be no me. Because, no, I can say that. You know why? Because Go-Go Live helped inspire me to push harder.
It set the bar.
Yeah, it set the bar. Because when I seen you Go Live, I was there. I mean, we had Central Groove. We were doing our thing. But when that came out, that made me like, okay.
You got to go. You had a target.
I got to go.
You got a target.
And I always heard about Daryl Brooks and the Tiger joints and the G Street Express and all this, Daryl Brooks this, Daryl Brooks that. Of course you had, you and Curl and all, and Gerald. But your name was always the one that came up. It was always Daryl Brooks for some reason.
I have no idea. As long as nobody hurt me, I'm good.
No. But we'll get into all that in a minute. But let's talk about this extravaganza going on this Saturday, man, at the legendary Meriwether Post Pavilion. I mean, I'm looking at the card right now, and the DMV, we are blessed to have someone of this magnitude right now in the studio with us to put on a show to entertain you guys that has been going on now for how many years again, Mr.
14
Brooks?
years.
14 years. And to have all these people in one situation at one time, I mean, I'm gonna let you let everybody know what's going on with this.
Well, first of all, the Summer Spirit Festival is on August 3rd at Meriwether Post Pavilion. And if someone says, well, how did you come up with this? My crew have been doing these type of programs since 1972.
72.
And you say, well, how did you do that? Well, we started out trying to serve our community. We started out trying to bring an activity that brought educational experience, artistic experience, as well as craft and mixing education and arts to give people another outlook versus the riots during the 60s. Schools didn't have programs during the summertime. Youth were bored, idle, and as they said, idle mind, it was a devil's workshop. The government was trying to figure out what to do because they didn't want the downtown get trashed again. Some of the, between the federal government and the district government, they had some money they were trying to do. Can we give them some money so they won't break up our stuff kind of attitude?
Right.
And some key people, artists, people who are in government positions, got together, they met. I can give you names if you want some history. Tony Taylor used to own the Bohemian Caverns up on U Street, 11th and U. Maceo Leatherwood was a graphic artist out at Goddard Space Flight Center.
Learn. Listen,
Lou
learn.
Stovall and Di Stovall, who were silkscreen artists and artists uptown up in Georgetown.
Okay.
And there was a host of other people, I'm going to call them hippies and beatniks, that were hanging out in the jazz clubs.
Right.
And another gentleman that you probably need to know, he passed about 3 or 4 years ago. His name was Al Dale, who had a job at the National Park Service.
Okay.
And there were guys who knew that if we could do some kind of program in the parks or have some kind of celebration that give people something to look up forward to,
Okay.
and have some kind of participation in, it might do something better and give the community a better image of themselves.
Okay.
My partner, Carol Kirkendall.
Shouts out to Carol, man. Keep around. I hope she's watching though. Baby girl, I love you. Love you.
She was I guess I'm gonna call her the dream weaver. I like that. The dream weaver of the crew.
Okay.
Came up with an idea and wrote out a script, because initially Human Kindness Day, for example, was going to be called Roberta Flack Day.
Oh.
Because Tony Taylor and Les McCann had basically propped her up to be on the record label of Atlantic Records.
Okay.
And they were going to celebrate her as an artist, and then they brought other artists around that to do a show at the Sylvan Theater. But Carol, with her infinite wisdom, wrote out a program and a script for that whole day, which tied in the community, it ties in the arts community, tied in the National Endowment, the DC Commission of the Arts, and different organizations. They made it a celebration, and we took away the name Roberta Flack Day, and they gave it the name Human Kindness Day, because that means we could do something every year.
Exactly.
And still have the same theory and same theme to carry on. When I initially got involved, she had wrote a program or a proposal that was submitted to the DC, the Mayor's Office of Youth Opportunity.
Okay.
And that was under Jimmy Jones' tutelage, and Joe Yeldell, and those guys, and with the DC Department of Recreation and the National Park Service, and they accepted the proposal. Now, when she submitted the proposal, she had no idea that they would take that bite.
Gotcha.
They bid it.
Gotcha.
When you look at it in retrospect, no one else was doing anything that had the combination of education, entertainment, music, presentation, etc., that had gotten any kind of green light from the federal government, the district government, and they said, okay, if this lady want to do this, and she got this guy here, put them together. Maybe we'll let them go ahead and try it. Let them be the test dummies.
Okay.
Guess what?
It worked.
It worked.
It worked. Because we didn't have any bumpers on our railings. You know what I mean? So we were too naive not to know that we're not supposed to do that. We were too gun ho not to try it.
Right.
So when we knocked on doors to different foundations or different companies, corporations asking for some money, if they said no, okay, then no. We left. Some of them talk snap about us. They treat us like doo-doo. Some of them said, I believe in what you're doing. I'll try it. I'll be down with you. They might give us $5,000, $2,000, whatever they gave us. But we maxed it out because we talked to a young lady named Flo McKenzie, who then was a superintendent of schools. We had a conversation with her. We had conversations with key people who had heart and consciousness and a willingness to try to help the community.
Right.
Because you have your naysayers and your bullshits. Can I say that here?
Of course. We late night, baby.
I don't know, but I mean, I'm always been courteous.
Come on.
My parents told me well. So, but they had those kind of people. So when we were able to do things positive, we went and got the school system, and we took teachers like art teachers, music teachers, who had nothing doing in the summer, and we gave them a summer job to teach kids who came into the park.
Wow.
You follow what I'm saying?
Wow.
We took artisans who had crafts that they wanted to do, but they couldn't ride down to Roanoke and go to the tannery and come back with a truckload of leather, and we make leather pocketbooks, bags, knapsacks, jackets, hats, vests. But we could do that. I would get in the car. They gave us tents. McDonald's gave us hamburgers and coffee and fries. That's when McDonald's fries were like, $5? They less than that, like 50 cents or something like that. You get a bag of fries. All that's changed now, but we had those kind of opportunities. Different groups came down, since we were teaching sound, lights, and all that kind of stuff, staging. They wanted to play because they had opportunity to perform in front of an audience. Our audience grew from like 200 people, 50 people, families, to like 300 or 400 people. By the end of the year, we were doing like 2,000 or 3,000 people.
Wow.
And then we turn around with my bright idea, and we're gonna do the last day. We're gonna have People Day, and I got Safeway to give me a semi-tractor trailer full of watermelons. We had watermelon eating contest. Everybody up Southeast went back with a
watermelon.
We call it the envelope from home. You know what I'm saying? You take some money on, we got a package from home.
Right.
You know, so everybody had fun doing that. The next year, we did Human Kindness Day. And the thing that was kind of interesting, you guys will love this. Flo McKenzie said, okay, we like what you're doing, and we want to tie in the school system. We went to the art department, we're going to do an art contest. And we went to the English department, we said we're going to do an essay contest. And whoever wins that contest, they'll be judged by the teachers. We would then have their stuff published. And we had this we call it the sheet. It was a big piece of paper that was folded down to maybe seven sleeves. But in there, you saw the winner's art, you saw their essays, you saw pictures, photographs of different events, and we got McDonald's to distribute it to all the different McDonald's in the area. So kids had opportunity. If they won, they could see their stuff printed. They can go home to their mother, grandparents, Mommy, look what I made, you know, and got that kind of, but it gave them a feeling of accomplishment.
Wow.
And we were doing those kind of things back in the 70s, you know, back in the 70s. Now, this went on till 75.
Okay.
But we honored Roberta Flack that first year. We honored Dick Gregory the second year.
Wow.
Nina Simone and Muhammad Ali the third year. Stevie Wonder the fifth year. Now think about that. The consciousness of those individuals, the art, the commitment to civil rights and human rights of those individuals were outstanding for those who knew what was going on.
Right.
Those who weren't paying attention probably missed that boat. But those who were paying attention rooted into that. And we were very proud of what we delivered. We had a Capitol Boogie Showdown, for an example, at the D.C. Armory. We started out at the Washington Coliseum. Did a contest. We sold our tickets through the school banks. High school had banks back in the day. You remember that? I'm not old enough to know that. They had banks. So they had the opportunity to find out what that world was about. Some of the kids would end up being our stage managers and our labor force, etc. Because, like for an example, when we did the Washington Coliseum, we had to lay our own floor down over the ice floor because that's what we had to do. We cut costs, and little did we know that stuff was heavy. But we were naive, as I told you earlier. Nothing told us that we couldn't do it. We just said, hey, it's a good idea. We save money, let's do it. And we went out and did that. But we learned so much, and the kids learned so much. I'm going to fast forward to how we got here. When the feds pulled the money back out of the community, they shut down all the arts programs. National Endowment wasn't giving any grants. There was the bicentennial. White folks decided, you know what? We ain't giving no more money. We've taken this money, this $3 million, $3 million, and instead of giving it to the community, we're going to give it to the police department so they can be prepared for the onslaught of bicentennial. They shut down Anacostia program and built a concrete skating rink. It's out there now with a basketball court. All the community things that we were doing for DC Department of Recreation, where we had our bands go to different places in the parks, the community parks, shut down. The showmobile slowed down. The roving leaders slowed down because right now they weren't paying attention because they knew they had the armed force, they had force enough to keep the community quiet, and they had them pacified for a minute.
Right.
So we said, okay, we can't get funding there, and we'd raised our funding up to like almost $200,000 or $300,000 for programs over the years. And with grants, we were getting like $100,000, $125,000 grant, and all that money went to the community. Carol didn't take a salary. Darryl didn't take a salary. We only paid those folks who were doing hard, you know, because I was still a school teacher. You know, we were doing our own thing.
Right.
So we could do that. In 75, 76, we said, okay. We were still doing fundraisers. We had a lot of different artists. Staple Singer, New Birth, Pointer Sisters.
Hold on. You said...
No, let me finish. Because I'm on the road. Just hold on, because I want to remember this part.
Okay.
These different acts came to us free from the record labels. Because if you have an audience of 2 or 3, 4, 5,000, if the record company can get their artists performing in front of those acts, that's plus for them. And we had radio stations WOK at the time, who was backing us and let us go. We even had our own radio show that came on after PD Green on channel on WL called Compared to What's Arts Form. We came on right after Peter Green. So those are the things that were happening during that time period. And tell you, none of us had any clue, any idea, no background in none of that. But we had game enough to do it. And if we found out how to do it, we didn't know how to do it. We would be smart enough to have somebody close to us and say, this is how that should be done, or pay attention to that. And we continued. Now, go ahead. You want to ask something?
No, but the names the Pointer Sisters, and that's what got me.
Oh, way past that. So, I'll give you one example, then we'll jump back to where I was going. In 1975, when we did Stevie Wonder, Larry Graham, Blackheat, Chuck Brown, and it was another opening act, I don't remember who it was. That's who performed on Human Kindness Day. When Larry Graham was rehearsing, we got a call from the White House. Park Service got a call from the White House. Turn those amps down. You're shaking my windows. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's what was going on back in the day. So
Larry Graham.
Yeah, I'm saying all that to say, they shut down the parks. We still had the kids. We still had a commitment to our community. What are we going to do now? Instead of doing stuff for nonprofit, let's go profit.
Okay.
We ran into a gentleman named Gregory Hines, who ended up being one of our partners, who then turned us on to George Clinton and also turned us on to Natalie Cole. George Clinton had just finished doing this mothership run. He didn't have a promoter. The promoter that was here had tried to take the promoters who were doing stuff at that time to FCC court, because some of them were DJs. And they also were tied into Jack Boyle, which was a big white company. So it shut them down. They came to us and said, okay, you guys, number one, had street credibility. 2, you know how to do production. 3, they knew I was an advertising guy. They knew I knew how to play with music and do radio and all that kind of stuff. You guys need to have a profit-making company. We did this one benefit that we did with George Clinton. We had a company already locked down. One of the people we were partnering the show with, because the Capitol Center had asked us to come do our show there, violated a trust. I don't want to elaborate that much on it.
Right.
But the day we settled that show, that person ran out the room because when they said, Daryl and Carol, you should be happy. You made a nice piece of money. We said, we could have made a little bit more if, and the person that violated ran out the room. And all the Caucasian folks said, what was that about? He said, well, he went to the actor and the manager and said he could get a better deal if he worked for him instead of us. So we had to give that act another $5,000, which we didn't mind because we were already in the plus. And, we were good. He said, from that point on, this is the catch on this side of the fence. Anytime you want to come in and do a show, you're welcome to come in. You don't have to come in with nobody. There's no excuse for you to come into our building. Ta-ta. 1977. Remember that brother I told you about, George Clinton? Well, George said,
The mothership.
if y'all do my show, I'll give you some money for your program. The show sold out. Mothership, that's when they had the little mothership.
And John landed, boy.
Joint came down.
Jay Hall.
Carol and I knocked on the door. Ronnie Straussner, who was George Clinton's manager, George's name with all the makeup and wigs and stuff, said, y'all did a great job. Would you like to do some more shows? Your naive brother from Southeast. Man, we're not promoters. We got no money.
So George sitting there with the makeup on and everything.
Yeah, we go, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you another joke. Remind me say Cleveland to me in a second. So I'm standing up there, and George said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my shows. I'll give you all my shows. Just do what you did here in these other markets. You don't have to worry about no money.
God
and Carl looked and said, okay, we'll try it. Because that's who we were.
Miss Perkins said that?
Yeah. I mean, it was okay, we'll try it. Right. We ended up doing 13 shows from D.C. all the way down to Hollywood, Florida.
Wow.
No problem. We sold out every one except Hollywood, Florida. The only reason it's Hollywood, Florida, I'm not getting to that yet, is because there was a two-lane street, and when people dropped their kids off, they couldn't leave, so the highway got clogged up. That's the only reason it didn't sell out. People were stuck on the highway back then.
Wow.
after that, George and them shut down for a while. We were happy doing what we were doing. Our kids had worked. Some of them got jobs. Some of the guys who came out of our programs are on the local 22 even to the day. They're on the union here today. Some of the people came out of the program, our art and essay contest, and I'll give this one tidbit. I used to always beg newspapers, especially at the Washington Post, I used to call it the whipping post, to give us some kind of coverage on our program. You know, if we did a good concert, you'd be in the trades, you'd be in the Billboard magazine, that sort of thing. And that would give you recognition because then agents and that would kind of recognize you. And we weren't getting any reviews. Did this one show. I think it was Hiroshima at the Howard out at Crandon Auditorium. There happened to be an article in USA Today. I'm saying, damn, somebody watched our shit, saw our stuff, and gave us some credit. I'm gonna find this person and tell them thank you because I want them to, come to more of our shows. Call the editor's desk at USA Today. Can I speak to this so-and-so and so? They patched me through. Hello, my name is Daryl Brooks. I'm with Tiger Flower. I want to thank you for coming to our shows. Thank you for the great review. He said, Mr. Brooks, I know you. What? Who is it? His name was Jones. I was a contest winner. Essay contest.
Get out of here, bro.
I said, whoa!
Get out of here,
when
man.
you're planting a seed out in the universe, you'll never know when the proof's going to hit you back.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
God, man.
Threw us all the way off the box. I mean, threw us all the way off.
Wow.
So I say all that to say that those kinds of things happened in our lifetime, and we just broaden that because if someone say, hey, can you help me with this, or Carol, can you help us with that, or can you get involved with this? We lost 2 names of our company because of our commitment to George Clinton. We started out with Tiger Flower, but when George got tax problems, they thought we were his manager because all his invoices came to the office because we were the contractors and we were the production company. He had no other office. The dudes he was running with were living in their mama's basement, so it had no place for their business to go. When it came time to pay the bills, we can't pay George's bills. They're not our bills. Our lawyer said, people know you guys. You're the credibility. Give it the name. Walk away. I looked out the window. We had an office on G Street, right across the Portrait Gallery.
I remember.
I said, you know what our new name is?
G Street Express.
That's how that came about. Wow. We kept that name. We ended up doing George, Uncle Jam's tour, Aqua Boogie tour, Glory Hollow Stupid tour, Uncle Jam's Army tour, the Atomic Dog tour. We ended up doing a second line of the mothership. George got into trouble again. Guys on the road had an alimony, whatever kind of problems they had. So we lost the name again. That's when we became CD Enterprises, and what we are.
Still going strong.
And we got involved with a lot of different groups because when they went away, we got involved with Run DMC in '86 because we ended up doing the Crush Groove Christmas party at Madison Square Garden because we were like the only black promoters, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
A lot of people thought Carol was black until they first met her. Like, who is that? That's Carol. What? I thought Carol was black. No, that's Carol. Right? She ain't black yet. But we did that, and we got a call like, "Can you? Would you be willing to do a show with this rap show in the Garden?" I said, "I'll do a show, but I do 50-50. I'm not the poster flyer guy.
Right.
If I'm in, up and down. I can handle mine. We'll take care of the business. Done. Right? You got it. Sold out Madison Square Garden. We had taken George to Madison Square Garden.
You sold out Madison Square Garden.
That was my second time selling out Madison Square Garden. Thank you very much. So
I know that's
the first one I came in there with George Clinton.
This dude here, man.
George's cousin was the truck driver who had all the costume and the instruments. He had the wrong itinerary. He comes to the show the day after the show's over. We had keep laughing. I live it. We go to the show. We had no equipment, no costumes. Okay, George and his crew jumped in cabs and vans and went to every costume shop, grabbed whatever was on the rack. We rented the equipment from SIR.
Oh my God!
Did the show. Frankie Crocker was our MC. Okay, I'm telling you. The next day, when everybody's sitting there doing like this, the truck rolls up to the back of the building. Dude said he was at his cousin's house in New Jersey. Okay? So we just shook our heads, said, "All right, let's go," because you know it is what it is.
Missed the whole show.
Show was gone, but the people enjoyed themselves, and we kept on moving. But we did those kinds of things.
Right.
Stories.
When
man.
they did when we did the Def Comedy Jam, I was telling Bob Sumner and
Shouts out to Bob.
and Russell, I said, I like what you got, but if we're gonna bust the Garden, which was the theater in Madison Square Garden, the big theater in the back, I said, we need Bernie Mac and I need Fast Eddie Griffin. Give me those two. I'll knock this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew what that shit was like. Because we used to manage Chris Thomas for years when he was at Rap City. So I knew that comedy stuff at that time.
Shouts out to my cousin Priscilla Clark too, man.
Yeah,
we love you to death.
Yeah, she's a beast. So when we got that, they gave me the show. I went up to the station, did my thing with the building. The show bust the walls. They was like happy as pig and slop. Yeah. And then when you have something that's real good, Wall Street will come in. White folks who got more money than you and I both, they'll come and buy all that shit. Yeah. And what's crazy about that, where you and I'll say, hey, Heartbeat, we've been doing this business. I know, you know, your fee is $25,000.
Right.
I got 25. Now that we on top, we can do that. White boy come around the back door. Mr. Heartbeat, how you doing? I got 50,000. You can come with me, and I'm gonna pay you for this for the next 3 years. What are you gonna do? Holla, there!
I'm gonna earn his L. Let's go.
So
Word.
That's what happened to a lot of acts, and they're gone. They're gone forever.
Right.
They'll never turn back around. They need you when they need you, and holler at you later. And you might get a comp. I've had guys I've done business with for 10 years. They don't even, when the road crew come here, when they used to say, Daryl, where can we get something to eat? Or where's the place to stay in overlay now? Once that money come in, they know I ain't moved. My name ain't changed in 29 years.
Right.
I don't get a holler. They see me on the street. If I'm at the show, if I come backstage because I know I can get in any building in D.C., they'll give me some love. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about that no more. And I just had to accept that for what it is. Meanwhile, back to the Summer Spirit Festival.
Let's go, man.
What has transpired is that these guys we've done business with some for years. We've always had a local participation in our show. We've always had, because those are the people who
Kudos to you, though, man. Kudos to
those
you.
are the people who helped us out when we first came through the park. When we first did those fundraisers, it was Chuck, it was Black Heat, it was Essence, it was all those groups, Little Benny. When we did the Go-Go Live, it's because our friends were upset about what was happening with Good to Go. They the ones say, hey, man, we don't like this. You know, what we going to do? I said, let's meet at my office on Tuesday. We'll sit down and we'll make our own motherfucking film. I said it just like that. I said, okay, Brooks, let's run. They came up, we cut a deal, man, made everybody happy. Everybody was a participant who could carry their own weight. Those who couldn't carry their weight, they could be in the film. But we did it. The film came out, it was a smash. We ended up having a record label out of it. To be honest, the record label got so many people started putting their face in it. I told my crew, you know what, I love this. We did what we had to do. We did the mission we came for. I'm going back on the road. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to deal with these characters now. Because everybody in their mama came in with an idea. And some of the stuff was such crazy. And everybody was going to be an expertise. It was just, when I walk in my own office, I had to find a chair for myself because somebody was already sitting in my chair. Oh, man, we got to go. We're going back to what we know and what we enjoy. So that's what we did. These guys were here. Anthony Hamilton. I've done Anthony Hamilton.
Wow.
He's played the Spirit Festival before. Raphael Sadiq made a big mistake.
That's
when
my
he came
boy.
in. He said, his manager said, I want this Go-Go Gang to play before me because we're a national act. So you really don't want to do that. You want to play here. Don't come behind them. I can handle it. Okay.
Been through that.
Watch this. You asked for it.
You got it.
After the show, Brooks, I ain't gonna never do that again. I tried to tell you. I even said that to Questlove. This man, all right, man, I can do this. I can do it. We can. You can't come behind Chuck.
Oh, hell no.
That's not gonna be good for you. He's local. Local is. Let me tell you my definition of local. Local is I live in the neighborhood, but once I leave the Beltway, I'm national fucking act.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Chuck is national in China.
Right.
He's national in Japan.
Right.
He's national in California. He's
Play there
national
with
in Holland.
Play there with him.
Inside the Beltway, yeah. Okay, y'all can call him local if you want to.
Yeah.
That boy got juiced out. I've seen him talk to Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie.
Yeah.
He took me to Holland. I've seen him talk to these people. Ain't nothing local. It's respect.
Yeah.
And that's what folks need to understand. It's respect that gets you from here to there. But meanwhile, at the Spirit Festival,
Let's go.
We're gonna do a special salute to Go-Go at the Spirit Festival. We're gonna bring out some of the footage from Go-Go Live and have it up there.
Wow.
We're gonna play out DC Don't Stand for God, Dodge City on the screen in between the shows. We have BYB coming this year. We got Scooby and Kim coming this year. We got Bella Don and Sugar Bear coming this year. We've also brought some new acts, Kyle, Dion, and PJ Morton. Bring some new flavor, let them get in there. But the quality stuff, when you deal with Janelle Monáe, Raphael Sadiq, and Anthony Hammer, you have soulful, committed, family-oriented, I love my wife, I love my kids kind of mentality. I'm not talking about doing no booty. I'm not talking about a whole bunch of yakety yak. I'm talking about something that my grandmother can sympathize with, my aunt can sympathize with, and love what my people and culture can do. We did it back in the 72, and we're still doing it now.
I see.
Now, I'm gonna throw one other curve in this. When D.C. was blocked at Constitution Hall, when D.C. was blocked at other places, and we couldn't do what we wanted to do here, I ended up being, me and my crew ended up being the biggest promoter in Philadelphia for years, the biggest black promoter in Chicago, the biggest black promoter in New York, because the same programs we were doing here, we were established in Atlanta, L.A. You understand what I'm saying? Until the whole, I call it Wall Street, came in and started dropping big money on these artists. In order for them to get across country, either myself or maybe one or other promoter, two promoters at best, could take them from Maine to California. And a DC crew with brothers like myself and my crew from DC could do that. You follow what I'm saying? We were the ones that we were the ones that wagons hold and going down that highway. Gerald Scott could take you anywhere in buildings across country. Carol Kirkendall could cut you a deal at any venue across country. We were the only ones that could go across country, and we didn't have to put our money up front with radio station because our reliability, our reputation preceded us. They know we did good business. That's how we roll.
There you go.
You follow what I'm saying? Those are the things, if I was to pass the baton to somebody else, if you don't have integrity, if you don't have a commitment to your culture, if you don't have a commitment to who you are, respecting who you are, get out of this game. Don't play with this, as Sugar Bear said. Don't play with this. This is real. You follow what I'm saying? And you have to have that kind of commitment. Yes, we've been in some tight places. We've been run out. We've been almost stuck up. I had to jump out of one of the hotels because people tried to come after me. But I've also gone to Atlanta, and one of my partners happened to work for the mayor of Atlanta, and when somebody threatened me, I had the mayor's police be my security at the building because they thought that whoever was coming in here with this show, we're going to take this show over. I had a guy telling my crew, we're going to throw bricks at your stage in Madison Square Garden. I had some brothers from Harlem who Gregory knew that said, you ain't touching these niggas. We know these niggas from DC. These are good folk. You ain't messing with them. So we had that hall pass. We could go to New York. You understand what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Real men know what I'm talking about. You get a hall pass, ain't nobody gonna bother you if you doing the right thing.
That's right.
The feds tried to get me to bust on Al Sharpton when we did Run DMC. Because Al Sharpton comes to me and the group said, hey man, my national, whatever this organization is called, needs some money. I said, what can you do? You put out some flyers. Okay, I said, I'll give you $5,000 to put out my flyers and give me some security. I was at a nonprofit arts organization already. I knew what that money to a nonprofit does. It gets multiplied with matching funds. Run DMC, I'm at an 80-10 with them, so 80% of the money is Run DMC. They said, Daryl, okay, do that. If that keeps Al happy, do that. The feds come in, they see the receipts. Do you normally pay fire distributors $5,000? I said, no, I don't. But if the artist said he wants to do it and they want to do it as a charitable donation, I have no problem with it because only 20% of it was mine. You can leave, Mr. Brooks. Because I didn't tell him, he stuck me up. You know, he was trying to take our money. He was extorting us. It wasn't about that.
When the book coming out, man?
Man, whatever you write down is yours. Once I throw it in the universe, it's everybody's.
No, but for real, man, you know, you might not, you know, I'm just through your endeavors, man, your history, like everything you just laid it down on us. We need a book, man, because you know, you're one of my inspirations. Number one, number two, what you and Curl have done through all these decades, you know, a lot of these young black folk in DC, man, they need to see that and hear that.
The thing about it, Harvey,
Really, man.
I'm riding on a train that's been going that fast for a long time, so stuff has passed me.
Gotcha.
The only reason I'm saying this to you, because I knew you asked the question, and I'm talking to his face, and I'm talking to his face. I saw her chuckle a couple of times, so I'm only feeding into what you asked me from the vibrations I get from you. If I walk out this door and two people bump into me, it might not ever come out. You follow what I'm saying? That thing I was going to tell you about when I mentioned Cleveland, we went to Cleveland. It was snowing. I had Barcades, Cameo was supposed to be there, and Parliament Funkadelic. We're used to going into with our crew, throwing out stuff because it was a snowstorm, so everybody was coming in late. I jump out the truck, jump out the bus. I tell my crew, we gonna snatch this off. We snatch the stuff off. As soon as my guys touch the truck, this white dude with a cap on, a flannel, we call it a gabardine trench coat. If you touch one more thing on that truck, I'm gonna throw you out of this building. So I walked over to the shop steward and said, "Who is that?" Says that's the head of the Teamsters. Got that kind of juice. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with the mob and you know, in a blue collar state. You understand what I'm saying? You can't touch that. Yeah. I learned that lesson by the time I got to Chicago. As soon as I got to Chicago, y'all got it. I just stood back. Let them boys do what they do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I went down to New Orleans. I think they had every union card you could come up with. Musicians Union, AFTRA, BMI, everybody. I said, let me tell you motherfuckers something. I'm gonna give you a disc, but I ain't fucking the rest of y'all. Y'all get the fuck out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna pimp me I don't mind you pimping me lightly, but you gonna pimp me more than lightly, I'm gonna say motherfuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? They get it. But those are things that you learn while you're on that highway. You know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to ask a question. Commercial break. Go ahead.
No, yeah, man, it's all going down, man. This Saturday, August the 3rd, 2:30 p.m., you have all these superstars on this. Look, everybody look. Everybody, listen to me. 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 Come support this movement as you do every year, each and every year. This right here, this card right here is the biggest card DC have seen this year. You got Anthony Hamlin, you got my main man, Tony. We toured together back in '89 with Gerardo. Tony. Raphael Sadiq will be in the building, man.
Yes, he will.
Okay?
Got a brand new product, comes out 24th of this month.
That's my baby boy, man. He called me Hurricane. Backyard Band, BYB, #1 band in DC right now. For real. Let's keep it real. You got Frank Sears and company. Come on, man. You got Scooby and Miss Kim, man. Stop playing. Belladonna featuring BET Awards, Sugar Bear. Just celebrated his birthday. Don't play with Sugar.
Don't play with Sugar.
Come on, man. You got Kyle Dion. And you got Janae Akio. Okay, yeah. I ain't going to try to mess her name up, man. And you got my uncle right here, Daryl Brooks, man. Him and, man, give it up for this guy, man. This dude works hard. And he continues to represent DC on a worldwide level. And we are so proud of him. I'm proud to call him my uncle. We love him. We love you, man. And everything that you've done thus far and continue to do, we have no choice but to bow down to you. Like I told you, you're one of my biggest inspirations. And man, may God continue to bless you and CD Enterprises and you and Miss Curl, man. You know, and we gave y'all an award, right? Yes, we got another one coming. For you guys. So let her know, you know, make room. This one, Miss Curl, I love you. And you got another one coming because you guys, you know, you can't be honored enough, man. The things that you guys have done. And just my little podcast right now, we're doing bigger and better things in 2020. We'll have a big party on that, but at the same time, once you be involved. But this Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, Meriwether Post Pavilion, Columbia, Maryland.
Ticketmaster.com.
Ticketmaster.com. Look at this right there. Look at that. Look at that. Give me the big jump.
Well,
Give me the big jump.
I missed a couple of things. Can I say a couple of
Man,
things?
say whatever you want to say, man.
We got 2 black chefs I brought in.
Huh?
We told Meriwether we need to bring some of our own food in there for my peoples.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we got 2 chefs. I got a chef that does sausages, ribs, half smokes, all that kind of stuff, hamburgers. And I brought this other brother in who does seafood. So I'm gonna have
That's
a
my
seafood
thing.
chef. I'm gonna have a barbecue chef. You understand? They're gonna smack y'all in the face. Yeah, I'm blown away for what the presentation they're gonna give. That's the first thing. Number 3, Busy Bee has brought in another whole crew of artisans that are gonna be on there. We got 30 artisans from all over the country. Some are from out of the country. They're gonna have wares and stuff that you can get purchase. Ladies can purchase stuff. You can purchase stuff for your family. You can do whatever you like with it. Some great stuff. Great stuff. Busy's been, as you know, Busy's been all over the world.
Yeah, of course.
She's brought so much stuff in here. This marketplace is going to be incredible. If anybody comes to this show, I guarantee, culturally, environmentally, the people that'll be there are incredible. Because we've been trying to foster not just another concert now since 1972. We've been involved with the same mission of giving some kind of positive thing, a great memory.
I'm pulling it up now.
for those people who participate in our program. Right. We want to say thank you for all those folks who ever participate in our program.
Yes, sir.
Because you've helped us grow and spread our message. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
Man, we appreciate you.
I have been doing this for a long time. It's been more of a service.
We appreciate you.
To people who I love and the music and the culture that I've been a part of. We kind of feel that we were probably the inspiration of some of this go-go movement because we gave them a platform.
Some of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, we never looked at it as that.
But I'll tell you something, Mo. Come on now. No. That's why I love you so much. You know why? Because you don't even realize, you know, the magnitude that what you did with Go Go Live, bro. When all my youngers in CPU, my Congo Players United, with all the youngers that come up here, man, that's what jumped them off the porch. 75%. I'm serious.
Go Go Live inspired a lot of people to play Go Go.
Big G, his story, Go Go Live.
When they seen that, that's what they wanted.
He wanted to be Chuck Brown.
Serious?
He had his little toy guitar. Yeah. You don't know?
Go Go Live, man.
B, I have been on the road. I never turned
I know.
around.
I'm telling you though. Take you from the Murray Go Go right now. 4 more years.
Yeah, okay.
Listen to me. That's why I love you so much, man, because you just stay humble but I'm your earpiece. I'm the one that's gonna let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what you did at that Capitol Center is responsible right now, and I'm not exaggerating, for 85% of the top bands out here right now.
You know we're talking about
You done
releasing
bought,
it again.
yeah, you done bought homes.
I mean, I'm blown away.
No, I'm letting you know. I'm real. Am I wrong, Undersale?
No, sir.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong, DJ Rick?
That's how we got started.
Huh?
That's how we got started.
You don't even realize. That's why you don't realize. See, Go Go Live is something that you did, right? But you kept doing. You added, you know. But to us here, it's our #1 diamond in the Go Go community.
I would beat on White Boy. I said, man, we did this in '87. Y'all ain't done nothing better than this.
But
since.
you don't realize. See, you don't realize how big this is to this city, to the DMV. That right there, as far as this whole Go Go thing we doing right now, and still going, Go Go Live is our Bible. I'm serious.
I must Go Go Live about a month.
Yeah, that's our Bible.
About a month. I got Wahako Sweat a month later.
Yeah.
I was actually at the show. And John Cavalier was rapping. A month later, he
Oh,
called
for
me.
real?
I'm like,
We're gonna talk. We'll talk. But that's our Bible. You don't see. See, you did that right, but you were doing so many things.
True.
That was just a pit stop. But to us,
I got called because when I talked to the guys who I love and hung out in the park with, said they didn't like the image that they were showing.
And I talked to
I said,
Jill
"You
about
change
that. I told Jill, me and Jill was talking today. I said, you know what? I don't even realize how big that was
That was the greatest go-go show ever.
in history.
Ever.
In history. And when you see Big G, Rapper Dude, Scooby, all the joints right now, that's the go-to. All my top Congo players, my CPU, that's the go-to.
You gotta realize.
Seriously.
You gotta realize something. We as kids went to all these different venues, but when that went to the Calvin Center, that was the biggest thing in the world.
It was the only thing that it was all go-go. We always had go-go bands with Curtis Blow or whatever cameo.
We did
whatever.
all those shows.
Right, I know. But that was the one when, see, I was on Go-Go Live too.
Yeah, I did that one.
I know. That's when I was playing with Chuck. But Go-Go Live 1, that was our Super Bowl. And we've only had one Super Bowl. That's why we still cling on to it. To this day.
Never been another one like it.
To this day, right now, as I talk to you, to this day, it's still the biggest thing ever to happen in the history of Go-Go.
They still debate
Besides,
that on Facebook.
besides that BET moment we had, the BET moment we had at the awards, that little moment we had with Sugar Bear and Funk, the opening of the BET Awards.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
That was the closest thing we had to that. But everybody went on his page, the Go-Go Report, which is like the biggest damn port on Facebook, page on Facebook. Everybody in there mother on it. That's his report. That's it. That's on the sale. Everybody started debating. Was that bigger than Go-Go Live? 75% of people say hell no.
No, I couldn't touch Go-Go Live.
Anyway, y'all, look, Heartbeat Congo 8, 10 p.m. each and every Tuesday night. 2019 Summer Spirit Festival. Give it up to the iconic Daryl Brooks. My uncle, man, I love him to death. Look, go get your tickets, man. Go get your tickets. Ticketmasters.
Ticketmasters.com.
CD, look, CDEnterprises.com. Go to CD Enterprises. Was that Inc?
Yeah, that's our company. That's our website. But go to Ticketmasters.com.
Okay, go to Ticketmasters.com. Get your tickets, y'all. Let's go support our uncle, man. And look, I'm gonna get in his ear, man, about doing this Go-Go Live thing again because he don't even realize what he did. He created a monster, but he's doing so much right now. He don't even realize that you got a whole community. That's why you got the Miami thing, DC, Miami take over all that. They're trying to do something close to that.
Can't touch it, man.
That's what everything you see. That's what they're trying to emulate. You can't do it.
We're getting ready to reactivate I Hear You Records, and that's where we can put some stuff out. I got groups in the studio now.
Okay.
That'll hopefully come out before the end of the year.
And look, Big On, whatever you need from me, you already know. You already know, baby.
Thank you very much.
I got you, man. I got you, man. Any shout outs? You want to talk to the people?
My kids, my wife.
Of course.
My partners, Gerald.
Curl. Hey, Curl. I love you, Auntie. I love you.
This the family, man. I got 7 great grandchildren now, man. So,
do you?
Yeah, I just had 2 boys in the last 3 months.
What's up, man? Nothing like family, baby.
My daughter's doing great. I'm kind of happy
man.
right now. My niece is doing great. My nieces, my sister, and everybody doing
Still
great.
going.
Yeah, so I know that's right.
God is good, man. I just want to say to each and everybody. Go ahead, Ernest. Sing your shout out, man.
Shout out to the Go-Go community. Shout out to all the guests today, too. Mr. Brooks, round of applause. Eugene Thorpe, everybody.
That's what's up. Hey. Get your black
Shout out to my wife, man.
Happy birthday, sis.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, sis.
Our Lord and Savior, but shout out to the Go-Go community and Daryl, man. Big ups to you, man. You just don't know what you done. You created a monster for this Go-Go, man. So big shout out to you. And hopefully next year I'll be on the Fest DJ.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Go ahead, Rick. You got a mic on?
I ain't got no mic on, man.
They can still hear your loud ass, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shout out to the Heartbeat Congo for making this all possible. Shout out for Daryl Brooks
for spearheading a hell of a go-go movement, man. Like you said, that Go-Go Live is the blueprint for everybody in Go-Go, actually. And like I said, I missed about a month, 2 weeks to a month. I didn't get that Capitol Center stage, but that's cool because I still carried the torch from that point on. But man, it's a beautiful thing. The Spirit Fest, the last one I went to when Junkyard was on there, and I came back and told everybody, man, that made you feel good to be a Washingtonian. To see what Junkyard did, you seen all them groups out there. Then JY got up there. It was like, and they had it wasn't a person sitting down in the house when Junkyard got up there. So he right when he said you don't want to come behind these go-go bands. When Jake, I don't know who it was that came behind him, but y'all know what Junkyard do anyway when they go to that stage.
What tickles me, we played as a friend of ours from DC. Used to run the Apollo Theater in New York, and I was doing a lot of business in New York. So this guy's name is Charles Warfield.
Okay.
And he was also the program director of WBLS. So I'm talking to Warfield. I said, Warfield, we need to bring some go-go up here. I said, I'm going to hook up and get my crew to come up here. And he said, well, I'm going to put Biz Markie on the show. I said, y'all, you got Biz, I'll bring my crew. I came up here with Chuck, Essence, and EU. We sold out 2 shows at the Apollo. We killed them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've always told these groups, when we do a show, I don't mind bringing in your Jill Scotts, all those people. I'll do them. But if I got a space, I need to put some of my home. I need to put some DC folks in.
Right, there you go.
They can't not participate or not get that shine in what was going on here in their hometown. They need to get respected.
Right.
Okay? So every time we did that, the Roots came in here. We had Chuck on them. Chuck blew them up. We had Jill here. Put Chuck on them. You follow what I'm saying? When I've had shows at the Fillmore, I've had Junkyard perform up there. I've had Essence perform up there. I've had Scooby and Kim perform up there. We need that kind of thing.
Right.
When I was telling some of these guys, I said, you guys as a crew, I can't do it, but you guys as a crew need to tell these other bands who come in here, you can't come in here without having us a part of this.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? You can't come in here and take what we built, or even have promoters come in here, because imagine somebody coming to your house and serving food in your kitchen. You done built this kitchen. You know how this thing function. They might throw your kitchen off. They might throw your the way you cook off and clog up yourself. And it'll take you another 2 or 3 weeks to fix your kitchen back up. So to me and the people who live here, when y'all come to the Capital One Arena or to here or the Constitution Hall or any of the buildings in here, we built this market over 20, 30 years. The buildings got so uppity, they wanted some other people to come in here because we weren't coming here long enough. But what was happening, they were clogging up the drain so we couldn't get that. Like giving them that money I told you about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then promise them, we'll give you 6 shows a year. Well, the 6 shows they were doing, 4 of them were already ours. But they went to New York and bought them so we couldn't get them directly. So instead of partnering us with them, they took them 100%. So you're dealing with cats who are coming in and ain't got no ties here at all. They don't use no local infrastructure at all, except for what they have in the building. They walk in and walk out. But I can't walk around with a banner saying, oh, they're not treating me bad, they treat me. I can't do that because that's not the image I want. You know what I'm saying? You either know what's going on or you don't.
Perfect example, when Beyonce and Jay-Z came here, what they have up there? Big G and Wingfield.
They need it.
And that comes from your blueprint.
Yeah, but they need that.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Because you or us validate their movement.
Yeah. That's right.
There are guys who will tell, I talk to guys from Chicago, he said, man, I can't come in there. Because DC don't like, if we ain't playing go, I can't bring no rap show in there. If they ain't got no go-go, they ain't coming to my show. I said, okay, you figure that out. And you can't walk in this town and grab a go-go group.
Right.
That ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You might know somebody, but you ain't gonna be able to walk in here and say, I gotta have that now. Because of a relationship, they know they played in the Fillmore. They played at the Morning Theater. So they might be able to tag DJ Cool to go to MGM to help out Tom Joyner. He ain't doing that well with Frankie Beverly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those things put there for a reason. It wasn't because they thought about you yesterday. They thought about you and say, man, we need to do something.
Right.
Who we gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Right.
That's how it used to be. Remember back in the day, nobody
couldn't do a show without putting the go-go band on.
All right, y'all, we running short on time. My man got to, get out here, pay some bills. But anyway, meantime, between 8 10 p.m. each and every Tuesday, man, clap it up for Mr. Daryl Brooks in the building. Spirit Fest coming up this Saturday, man. Anthony Hammond and Raphael Sadiq, man. DVSN, PJ Morton back. BYB in the building? Wow. That's crazy. They're going to rock.
I can't wait.
Yeah. You got Frank Sirius and Company, Skim and Coolby. I call him Coolby, not Scooby. Kim and Coolby. Belladonna featuring Sugar Bear. Ow, don't play with Sugar. Kyle Dion and Janae Akio. Okay, y'all. Clap it up, Hobby Congo. See y'all next week. Love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in.